Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, I am Steffi, and this is Kdrama for your mama. Anyways, in this video, we're going to be talking about this film that I recently watched. Now, I did a like a Japanese trailer video. Yeah, this video right here, and in the Japanese trailers video, Japanese movies. That was one of the films that was featured that I showed a preview of. So I actually gotten around to watching it, and it was very interesting, very very interesting. So we're gonna talk about it.
Korean dramas and other Asian dramas too. K-drama for your mama, you know it's true. Thai, Chinese, and Japan too.
Okay, so I was trying to. Maybe I didn't get this in the trailer when I watched it. Was it a month ago or a couple months ago? I can't remember. But the lead character, don't ask me names, I can't remember. I'm just gonna call him the hitman. Okay, he is a hitman for, I'm not for sure who. I'm not sure if it's the Yakuza or some corporation or whatever, but just know by profession, anyway, just know by profession that he's a hitman, and he's been doing it for a while. I guess for so long, he actually has a wife and child. So it has waned on him for a while, this hitman lifestyle, this job. He's worried about his family. He's ready to make a change. And I think he's doing his last. Well. My neighbor's dog started barking again. So I have to start over. That's why you're getting this black and white montage video. Well, not really. It's not a montage video. But you know what I'm saying. I'm doing this voiceover. We're starting over. Demon City. And it's not about literal demons, but figurative ones in this city of corruption, crooked politicians, yakuza, the whole shebang. Now, as I was watching this, I was like, something's funky about this film. Not funky, just the ways there was like some jump scenes or weird plot twists or whatever. And I'm like, this has got to be based on a manga. Or if you prefer manga, um, Japanese comic book. But yeah, it's got to be a manga. And sure enough, I went and looked it up. It is. And that's why some things in this movie were not weird, just maybe not typical of a movie because it's based on a manga. Anyways, yes, this film was very violent, which is fine. Sometimes I like that. Depends on my mood. Um, yeah, I'm a woman, but I like a good action film when I'm in the mood. Sometimes I like to see dudes kick each other's butt. Because it's fun. Or there's something primitive going on in my mind. But anyway, we won't go there. So, this movie was wild. But like I said, it's based on a manga. So, and there, there were some things in this movie from, I guess it's from this part was from the manga too, because I can't see nobody like taking dramatic license to put this in there. There was this one character that I took some serious issue with. He's nowhere near the main character. He's definitely supporting cast. He doesn't have that much screen time, but this mofo, this character, not the actor, but this character bothered me probably the most. And I'll talk about that later. So, anyways, purpose of this film is about this hitman, Japanese hitman. I think he's a hitman for the Yakuza, I believe. Not for sure who hired him, because that's, like I said, this movie's wild. But he was a hitman. I believe it was for the Yakuza. And this hitman has a family, a wife and a daughter, and he's ready to get out of the hitman business. I think he's been doing it for like maybe a decade or so, and he's ready to hang it up because he doesn't want to risk putting his family in danger or whatever. So he's doing this, I believe in the beginning of the film, he's doing this one last hit. And then he's just done. And of course, the film starts out with this violence. He's trying to get this last hit in, which he does. And then he finishes business up and he goes home. He gets home, about to have dinner, you know, okaidi, whatever they say when they come back home. Welcome back. With the fam, they're about to eat dinner, and then all of a sudden these men pop in the house with these old school, I don't know the origin or history of these masks. I know I've seen them in Japanese films and stuff. They go further back. I don't know, something to do with what I want to say. Oh my god, I cannot think of it right now. The Kabuki theater and stuff like that. Anyway, these masks though, everyone, all these men, I want to say about maybe 10 dudes show up in the house and break into the house while they're there, and they have these masks on. So they're there to get this hitman, to take him out, take his whole family out. They end up killing the wife, and you see them shoot the daughter, who's like 3 or 4 and at the time, and then they shoot him as well. Now you think, oh, they're all gone, but they're not. He's I don't know if he goes into a coma, but then after a while he wakes up and he's quadriplegic. From the neck down, he's up, So they just jump to like 12 years later. And 12 years later, he's still alive. They decide to move him to like his own apartment where he has care or whatever, constant care and all this, whoever they are. And that group of men that had wiped out his family, I guess they worry that his memories or something are going to come back to him, or he'll be able to speak, or whatever the deal is. They want to finish the job from 12 years ago that they didn't do right 12 years ago. So when this man is released to go live on his own, not really, with health aides and all that, or specific health aid, this Indian guy that's in the film, this group these corrupt politicians, these gangster politicians, or Yakuza mix. I'm not for sure. They send somebody to take him out. So he ends up back in the hospital for something. And then somebody comes in there posing as someone else. And he goes for his IV. And he goes to inject some poison in his IV. And what this ends up happening, this poison ends up being like this miraculous medicine for this dude. And within whatever, a few minutes or something, he just gains the strength and like he's no longer quadriplegic. See, that's another clue that this is a manga, because like what the hell? And he is able to get up, fight this guy, kill him, kill the other dude accidentally, and it's on and it's popping. He gets out of there. And what do you know? Now he can walk and stuff. So I mean, it's an action film. Okay. Anyways, I try not to tell too much because I kind of want you to watch it or decide for yourself if you want to watch it. So clearly, this man is hell bent on revenge. They had killed his wife. He believes his daughter's dead. Oh, she's not. Come to find out, she lived. Yeah, she lived. And she's being raised by this man. And this man was the one who originally tried to unalive her the first time. But he didn't. She survived. And he thought, well, you know, since she survived, let me take her home and just raise her. I mean, at least I could do that much. But wait a minute. He has an ulterior motive. Not only does he want to raise her, he wants to raise her in the hopes that when she grows up to at least like teenage years or, you know, late teens or whatever, that she is going to be hot. Okay? That's his whole plan. I'm gonna raise her up, and then when she's, you know, hot enough, he's going to, I guess, shoot his shot. Wow, what a plot. Let me tell you, with all the violence, and then this man being in this coma, and then he loses his family, where he thought he did lose his wife that he loved, but the daughter's still alive, and all that, all this stuff going on, this corrupt politician, and then they let the city of, whatever the name of the city is, go to complete crap. Oh, Demon City, whatever. I think that is it the name of the city? I don't remember. This was the most disturbing part to me. I was, I don't know, but it flabbergasted. I was disgusted. I was just like, it was sick too. There's like this scene in there where they're showing you what happened to the daughter or what time has gone by or whatever. And then you see in this big apartment, he comes in the home. I'm talking about this dude right here. Comes into the home. It's just like this wall of like family photos of him and his adopted daughter. And there's like her from like kindergarten to about whatever age she is now in the film, maybe 15. Whatever grade that is. Oh man, damn. Yeah, the wall is full of family photos of him and her as he is taking the fatherly role and she is in the daughter role. That is his, not by blood, but that is his child that he is raising. So then there's this scene, like she's getting ready to pack up and go to some after school activity or something. She's leaving the apartment and he's like, oh, make sure you don't forget to take your lunch or take your cell phone so I know where you're at and you're safe, and some fatherly crap that he says to her. And she's like, okay, da 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 da. Sweet, right? That's what he's supposed to do. He's taking care of her. He's raising her up. And as she's like bending over or whatever to grab her backpack, he chucks her out. And I'm like, oh my God. Ugh. So as you can guess it, in the rest of the film, somehow he finds out about his daughter. Somebody tells him, hey, your daughter's still alive. She's being raised by this creep. So of course he's even more fueled on revenge and then trying like, oh, I still have a piece of my family left, which is his daughter. So as you can imagine, he's going around getting revenge. Unaliving people from the past that has hurt him and his family throughout the film. And eventually he gets around to finding his daughter. But she hasn't seen him since she was like 3 or 4. So she's scared of him. And I don't think she remembers. Yeah, she doesn't remember him as her dad. Because she, at that point, she had been unalived, or thought to have been unalived. And, you know, that tragedy, that everybody just pushed those memories back. Anyways, so he shows up at that apartment. Her fake daddy comes in the room and they're fighting each other. And she comes and defends the fake daddy, which is understandable because he has been raising her. Even though with a sick ulterior motive, but yeah, he's the one that's been raising her. So she attacks her real dad, you know, not remembering who he is to her. So he has to accept that, moves on, and goes and avenging those other characters that had, you know, hurt his family. He gets to the main villain, which is, I guess, the mayor of that demon city or that raggedy town. Or it was an old decent town, but then they turn it to hell. They added a weird scene in there where all of a sudden there's this twin brother of his that no one knew nothing about, and he just appears in towards the end, and he ends up losing his life to defend him, but the main villain doesn't even really care about him. He just kind of like, oh, okay, and just pushes his body to the side. But that just came out of nowhere. And that's stuff like that in this movie. That's how I figured out that it was a manga. It's things like that going on. So there you have it. Should you watch it? I don't know. It's up to you. Even though all the other little jump scenes and stuff like that, Manga-esque type of stuff was going on, which is fine if it makes sense. But maybe because it's from a manga, it didn't. Some of that stuff didn't adapt well to film. So, anyways, I still enjoyed it, even though that weirdo stuff. So out of 5 stars, I gave it 3.5. So it's a little more than okay. Okay, okay. There's some good action sequences, fighting scenes, I thought. Then there's this weirdness. So just know that. But hey, I gave you fair warning. I gave you a disclaimer that there are spoilers. Yeah. So you know. Oh, let's talk about this guy, this actor. I don't really like to talk about gossip. I just want to thank Google, YouTube for making this dude for me, but I'm to be honest, he looks kind of scary. He kind of scares me a little bit. I mean, I know but he's kind of scary. Anyway, I digress. What was I saying? Oh, so this actor, I don't like to talk about like gossip and stuff like that because I really don't want to know. I think I accidentally found out something else. I don't know. He's been in like one of the Death Note movies, and this movie called Overdrive. And I think those are only two things I've seen. I didn't even watch all of Overdrive. I don't know. I just couldn't get into that race car stuff. But I did watch this movie, Death Note, because that's my favorite anime is Death Note. Death Note. Anyways, apparently there's some stuff that went on in his personal life, and supposedly he was like living in the woods in some cabin with 4 women. I don't know if I believe all that. I don't even really give a crap. But he has a YouTube channel where he's like in this weird shack thing in the woods, cooking on an open fire. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. I watch him cook. Like I watch him make curry, and I didn't even notice. My favorite curry is the S&B curry, the golden curry, and I won't have it any other way. But I either buy the little box with the cubes, or I guess Amazon has like the powder in like a tin can or whatever. This dude had like a big bag of the S&B curry powder. I've never seen that before, but I guess you can get that in Japan. But anyway, I watched him make curry on an open fire, and he made I think carbonara spaghetti or something the next time. I was some kind of spaghetti. It was an Italian dish. All that on the open fire is interesting. There's a dog. I didn't watch too much of it. I don't even know how I found it. I wasn't looking for that. It just kind of, whatever. Came in a feed and I recognized them and I watched a couple videos. But anyway, so that's that dude. If you want to see this guy and something else, those 2 movies, I guess. Well, definitely I suggest Death Note, but I don't know with the Overdrive if that's your thing. The main villain, this guy, he's in 2 things I've seen. Not candy, this sweet tooth businessman thing, and then that I couldn't even get past like the second episode. But then this, I love this, the Lunakari, which is It's a Mystery. He's in this, and I loved it. There's also there's a series. I don't know how many episodes, and then there was a movie. I haven't watched the movie yet, so I think I will watch it, and maybe I'll talk about it. I don't know. Anyways, that's all for this video. And hopefully more to come. I'll be quite busy this summer working. Because, here in America, inflation is high. 60% of people are struggling in this country. And I don't know, have to work 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jobs. I don't know. So I'll try to keep up with my videos as much as I can, as much as I can. And das ist alles.